Hello, gentlemen, and welcome to the first module of the hair loss course. Um, this is where it starts to get informative, and I'm going to share with you guys and deep dive into the knowledge. Before I do, guys, I need to apologize. I have totally forgotten in the last video to introduce myself. My name is Shaq, and surname Zamani, so Shaq Zamani. As mentioned, guys, I do have an online hair loss clinic here in Australia, but we only have a license to help Australian men with their hair loss. So this course is my way of reaching out to all men around the globe, around the world, and helping all of you through your hair loss journey or hair growth journey. Look, you've probably noticed by now, the production value is not overly expensive here. I'm just in the spare bedroom with my laptop and webcam, but I promise you to compensate and over deliver in the information that I present to you guys and the knowledge that I present to you guys. My biggest fear is that you guys leave this course thinking that wasn't worth it, or, oh, I need more, or that was rubbish. So I'm really going to do my best to over deliver to you guys. Okay, so let's get into module one, and I'll just turn on the PowerPoint presentation. All right, guys, so here we go. Module one is the significance and importance around hair. I know this sounds a little bit common sense. Why is hair so important? But I think it's really important to go into the biological and evolutionary side of hair as well. Hair is not just, hey, I want to look good. So let's get into it, guys. The history of hair. Hair is one of the defining characteristics of mammals. All through the ages, it has sociological and psychological importance in making appearance and the personality of a person. So here in evolutionary and it has characteristics to do with all mammals, and the cultural origin of mankind is reflected in different hairstyles and different hair shaving patterns. It also reflects the person's status and his distinct personality. So we know that hair has a big importance about what we look like and our sort of where we are in history. As we all know, through the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, the 2000s, hairstyles have changed throughout those periods. So it does have like a stamp about how to, show our personality in the current time, in the current environment. There's also a biological significance. So hair on your head is the first line of defense against the sun's UV rays. We obviously all know that. From a young age, our mums and dads used to tell us wear a hat to protect your head from UV. Also, it helps moderate body temperature by acting as your body's natural insulator by trapping body heat and keeping it close to the skin. So as you guys know, 80% of your heat escapes through your head. So if you've got hair, it does moderate that temperature. And if you don't have hair, as you start to get thinner, you're going to start to feel that that temperature is going through your head. You're going to need a beanie to keep warm. Also, hair has a sign of virility in men. So some of this is just perception, but hair on the head gives a perception of youth and energy. So when a man has a lot of hair on his head, we do connect that to a level of youth and a level of energy. There is a perceived belief that a man with more hair has more testosterone, he's more healthy, he looks after himself. Of course, that's not scientifically backed or proven. It's just a perceived belief. And obviously, losing hair may feel like you are losing a part of your manhood, or you're aging, or you're getting old. This is why men who are losing hair want to hide it. It doesn't feel good to lose your hair. To most people, when they're losing hair, it is quite a stressful situation because they feel like they're losing a part of themselves. As I mentioned in the first video, I personally felt like I was losing a part of my identity, something that I had, styled, and it gave a level of personality. I was losing that. So it's very stressful. It's very stressful. And hair loss has been linked to lower self-esteem and lower self-confidence backed by science. And we will dig deeper into that topic, guys, in the later modules where we talk about mental health and hair loss. There have been some scientific links between those two. But I have personally felt that. So as I mentioned in the previous video, I was very self-conscious. I started to pull back from social events. I was very conscious when I was sitting down if there was someone standing behind me. That level of worry plays on your mind. So there is, a lot of things linked to hair loss. And of course, the last thing that I have on the slide is hair loss and aging. So although hair loss can start as early as puberty, hair loss chances increase as you get older. So that's why hair loss has a connection with aging. So people just instinctively know that as you age, you lose hair. So if you lose hair earlier in your 20s, in your 30s, even in your 40s, you start to feel like you're getting older. So, and I've got some numbers here, guys. 70% of men will have hair loss by the age of 60, and 40% of men will have hair loss by the age of 35. Hair loss affects more than 50 million men just in the US alone. So, gentlemen, that was a slightly quicker and shorter module, but I really wanted to hit home on the importance of hair loss so that you guys understand that it's not just looks. There is a reason why we have an instinct and an internal feeling to keep our hair because of all of those factors. So that's module 1. I'm so happy to share this time with you guys. The next module is going to be module 2, and we're going to go into the different types of hair loss, and we're going to talk about which hair loss you have, because I have a good instinct and a good feeling of what type of hair loss you have, and we're going to talk about that in the next module. So I hope to see you guys there. Thank you for your time.